They say there are two types of people in South Korea: those who live in apartments and those who want to. According to Statistics Korea, apartments make up 65.3% of all housing nationwide and 67.8% in the Seoul metropolitan area. That means 6 to 7 out of every 10 homes in Korea are apartments. And that's how apartments came to define the way people live in Korea, earning the country its nickname, the apartment paradise. Characteristics of Korean apartment culture. Korean apartments usually come in large complexes with thousands of households. These complexes often include daycare centers, fitness clubs, small parks, and shops, functioning like mini-cities. With so many people living together, security is tight. Entrances are only accessible by keycard or passcode. CCTVs are installed throughout, and security guards are on duty 24/7. Most apartment buildings are over 20 stories tall, so elevators are a standard feature. Inside the home, there are unique features found in most Korean apartments, like ondol, the traditional floor heating system. Waste disposal systems are also advanced, with systems to automatically compress trash and organize recycling. Overall, Korean apartments are designed to be modern and efficient. Why did apartment culture develop in Korea? So why did apartment culture develop so strongly in Korea? The history of apartments in Korea isn't very long. After the Korean War in the 1950s, the country was devastated, and by the 1960s, rapid economic growth and urbanization began. As people flooded into cities, there was a need for housing that could efficiently accommodate large populations. So both the government and private developers began building apartments. Ironically, that's exactly why apartments weren't so warmly welcomed at first. Many saw them as housing for those who couldn't afford anything better. Older generations also missed things like kimchi pots buried in the ground, which apartments couldn't accommodate. But over time, perspectives shifted. Apartments proved to be more convenient, safer, and easier to maintain than detached homes. Most importantly, they were easier to buy and sell, making them attractive for building wealth. From a government perspective, apartments were an efficient housing policy tool. They could house many people on limited land, and infrastructure could be centralized within the complex. In the end, apartments became the most practical choice for the public and the most efficient strategy for the government, quickly spreading across Korean society. New issues arising from apartment culture. But as time went on, Korean apartment culture began to raise new concerns. Things like noise between floors or not enough parking don't even get people started. One of the main issues is the lack of diversity in apartment design. Wherever you go, the buildings look similar, the layouts are alike, and the floor plans barely vary. While this can reduce social conflict by grouping similar people together, it also limits personal expression and lifestyle variety. Apartment prices are now a major social issue. Prices have skyrocketed in places like Gangnam in Seoul, and the housing frenzy has spread to other districts and nearby regions. The average apartment price in key areas of Seoul has exceeded 810 million Korean won. Most people take out significant loans to buy a home, then spend years tightening their belts just to pay them back. Why do people go to such lengths to buy an apartment? Because apartments are no longer just places to live. They've become one of the most sought-after investment assets. People now buy, hoping that the value of their apartment will only go up. This has created deeper social problems. Even among apartments of the same size, prices can vary dramatically based on brand, location, and nearby schools. Certain brands have become symbols of wealth and status, and the apartment you live in can determine your perceived social class. Meanwhile, in rural areas, vacancy rates are rising, and the gap between urban and rural apartment prices continues to grow, worsening regional inequality. Maybe that's why more and more films are exploring the issues brought about by apartment culture. These stories delve into the desires, competition, anxieties, and visions for the future, all unfolding within the walls of apartment life. Films like 84 Square Meters, Concrete Utopia, Dream Palace, and Lucky Apartment offer unique perspectives on the complex realities of South Korea's apartment society. Imagining the future of apartments. While many Koreans already live in apartments, some still dream of moving into one someday. Others lament that Korea has become a country where apartments are the only dream, expressing frustration at the lack of real housing alternatives. There's no denying that apartments are convenient and secure, but more people are starting to question whether that should be the only way to live. That's why a growing number of people are seeking a different kind of life, leaving apartments to build co-housing communities with neighbors, or turning their apartment complexes into vibrant villages. Residents are creating shared libraries, tending gardens and vegetable patches, and building multi-generational communities where children and seniors live and connect together. These new experiments are proving that life within apartments can still be warm, flexible, and community-driven. Korea's apartment culture has raced ahead in the name of convenience. But now, maybe it's time to pause and think more deeply about the quality of life and relationships within those walls. That could be the next direction for apartment living in Korea.